Hey everybody, how you doing tonight? Alright, you guys seem pretty pumped after that last act. They were great, right? I mean, you know, everybody's got their energy going with all that ska music. I'm gonna change that right about now. It's funny how I ended up here actually, because we were at this board meeting last week with AAJA, and I was supposed to sing for you. That's the thing I feel comfortable doing on a stage. But the AAJA board was like, we have way too many musical acts, Jen. You gotta do something else. And so I'm sitting there and I joke, I'm like, I can probably do some bad stand-up. And they're like, yeah, it'd be awesome if you bomb. So here I am, and if the next 3 minutes are particularly painful, blame moi. So, you know, like I said, I've never done stand-up in my life before. You guys, the kids are gone, right? Yeah, you guys are popping my stand-up cherry. So with all the awkwardness that comes with that, you get me right now. But I was trying to think of something to do for my act here, because, you know, it's not like I just had these jokes at the ready. So I thought, you know what? With this crowd, I could probably just watch some Margaret Cho videos, because she's the only Asian comedian I know of, and probably steal her act verbatim, give Comedy Central a quick shout out at the end. I mean, the broadcast guys do that with my stories all the time, right? Oh, the poor broadcast people. Yeah, I know. They pay 20 grand a year in college to learn how to read off a teleprompter. You know what? I pay the same amount of money for my education, and all I'm getting is a front row seat in a dying industry. At least with those guys, they have a new qualification if they ever want to run for president. So, you know what though? In all actuality, I have a ton of respect for the broadcast people, because they do things every day that I could never dream of being able to accomplish. My favorite of these magical skills that the broadcast folks have, though, is the ability to take the most mundane story in the world and turn it into the most epic thing ever. You guys know what I'm talking about. I mean, all they have to do, and this is what's magical about it, like, they don't even have to, like, change words. They just have to use reporter voice. It's incredible. You've heard it. Let me... I have an example for you. Real story. Seen on the news last week. Disaster was averted last week when 3 brave Rancho Bernardo firemen rescued 11 ducklings from a storm drain. We're heading out to our correspondent on that potentially harrowing scene. See what I'm saying? Like, it just draws you in and you want to know more. I mean, that's a total non-story. Before the firefighters stepped in, it was just Darwinism at work. Before I was a cynical print reporter, I was cynical at a lot of other jobs. The one that paid for most of my alcohol through college was working at SeaWorld. Now, I was an audio-video technician, so a geek, but it meant that I got to work pretty closely with the trainers. And so whenever I tell people, you know, I worked at SeaWorld, the thing that they want to know is, you know, do you know any good secrets? That's the thing they ask me. Do you know secrets? Do you guys want to know a couple of my secrets? Yeah! I don't know. Do you guys really want to know the secrets? Thank you. Okay, that was a lot better. Alright, I'm about to tell you my favorite 2. So listen very carefully, because I'm not going to repeat myself, okay? You ready?
Ready.
Shamu is dead and dolphins are jerks. The way I got my start at SeaWorld, actually, was one summer as a costume character. And now, people are already laughing in front. Now, I'm going to do another frequently asked questions moment here with the costume, as being a costume character. The 2 questions I get asked the most, so here are my answers. Yes, it's freaking hot in there, and 2, I'm not a furry. So my favorite day as a costume character, it's pretty slow at the park, and when it's slow at SeaWorld, it is really, really slow. So there's like a mom and her like 3-year-old kid just wandering around, and I'm out there in my open yard costume doing my thing. That sort of deal. And so this kid comes up to me, and, you know, like I said, slow day, so I can spend a little bit more time with him. And so he comes up to me in this otter costume and goes, feet, hands, eyes, nose, ears, mouth, whole 10 yards of that. And, you know, after a minute, he's basically, you know, touching everything he can, and then he just crosses his arms, gives me this real serious look, as little kids do, gives me a quick look up and down and goes, Opie, where's your penis? Now, I'm laughing like crazy. I'm in this costume, I'm supposed to be silent, so, you know, I'm like going away like this kind of thing. So I give the kid a wave, and he's about 50 feet away from me now, at the park, and I give him one last big wave goodbye, and he waves back and yells at the top of his lungs, bye, Opie! Next time I'll be sure and touch voice of San Diego. Thanks a lot.
All right. Come on up, Jim. Okay. Time's up. All right, Hula, what do you think?
Hi, Jen. How are you?
Okay, terrified.
I have to say, I have to first give you props for being female in the comic, because I've watched my fair share of Last Comic Standing, and female comics get the shaft a lot of times. But I'm not going to lie, I started at SeaWorld myself, so I know exactly everything.